Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am super excited. If you have been with my channel a long time, you will remember the Lunatic cosmetic palettes that I have. I took them out of the packaging and put them into, why is everything so dusty? My Z palette. Now, if you're new, you may be wondering, why do I have little tombstones? I do like a creepy aesthetic, but I don't really use my singles. My singles, it was a running joke that this was like an eyeshadow graveyard. This is where eyeshadow goes to die. So I found I ordered these off of Etsy. They're just little RIP tombstones. So I decorated my little jumbo Z palette. And then I also have a single Z palette. Well, for a while, I've talked about this before on my channel. For a couple of years now, I've wanted to put the Lunatic Cosmetics eyeshadows back in their homes, but I couldn't find the components. I had packed them up. I was pretty sure they were over where our second pantry is. There was 2 kitchens in this house when we bought it. There was one upstairs and one downstairs. Well, there's a giant pantry over there in the corner. We have since finally gone through the stuff that was over there, and that's where they were. I found all of my depotting stuff, which was in an old Kaleidos box. So my extra Z palettes, all of my depotting tools. Thankfully, I do have a magnet. My friend Christine, that is a subscriber, sent me. This is a really good magnet. If you like to customize palettes, take palettes apart. Where did she get this? Inglot is a brand. It's a really good little magnet. She sent me that. So I did have that in my little cauldron that I keep on my desk here, because the rest of my depotting stuff was all in here. I'm gonna dust everything because it feels gross, and then I'm super excited. We can put the eyeshadows back in their components. If that sounds interesting, stick around. Make sure you subscribe. I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm super excited, and yeah, let's jump in. Okay, I left out my box cutter and I left out my little super magnet. Let's dust him off too. Now, I thought I was gonna be screwed. In fact, now I've got wet marks on. I have small children, so I have no heartburn about using my clothing to dry that off. I remember very vividly when I put the eyeshadows in here, I was gonna write the names on the back, and I was like, I don't need to do that. I'll be able to tell. It wasn't that I never thought I would take them out, but I was like, I'm probably not gonna take them out ever, but I'll be able to tell. I'll show you the amount of shades from these 4 palettes that look the same would probably shock you. But, and then I was also thinking, like, I'm gonna be screwed because 2 of these, I know, the Elvira palette and the Vampira palette, I should probably dry all of these off. Let me do that real quick. Are not available on their website anymore, because I was like, oh, I can look them up online. I don't even know if this heart one is still available. I'm not sure what Lunatic Cosmetics is doing, but thankfully they do have the shades, at least a close picture. Obviously, I don't know what the names are, but I at least have an idea of what is supposed to go in here. They all have a picture, and this middle shade on here is a blush. So I'm not like having to look it up online, go in blind, and I'm pretty sure I have them all in the same spot in here. So let me tilt you down and we'll get started. Okay, I spent almost 5 minutes just blabbering here, so I apologize. Okay, so these are all ColourPop. These are newer. I had to add a palette. And then I have more Z palettes. I'm pretty sure I had to buy that one because, again, my other Z palettes were in this box. And this is a jumbo. It says Adept Cosmetics. I did not buy this from Adept. I got it off of Amazon. I think you can still get it. When I bought it was like $25. The same Z palette is probably more, but it's double-sided and it lifts so the shades are protected. But this is all ColourPop over here. So the shadows in question are over here. They're on this side. And I think they're all, I think these two into here. And like these are, like this orange one is a Lunatic Cosmetics, but that's a single. Two of these are singles. I tried to keep the branding together, thankfully. These are like Makeup Geek up here. This one is like, was supposed to be a maple scented, like Stranger Thing collab by an indie company, but most of these up here are Makeup Geek. A couple of these are like Odin's Eye singles. These ones I believe are ColourPop, but yeah, I think the ones in question are from the white to the black. And the blush that goes in here is in another palette. So let me grab that and we'll start popping out. Yeah, after I put these in here, because you can see, like, you can't tell. Yeah, I immediately was like, oh, I messed up. I should have put the names on, but this is the blush out of the Elvira palette. You can still, excuse me, find these on like Poshmark. But I, for some reason, thought I was going to use them more if they were in here. I quickly discovered, like I said, I do not use anything out of my Z palettes other than to customize my ColourPop palette. So we'll do one at a time. We'll start with this one because I think this one's going to be the easiest because it has a white, I think this matte white one in here is the Heart palette. If I remember correctly, was more like shimmery. Okay, so the white one is Bone. Where are you? Okay, so we're gonna go here. Not that I'm gonna use these anyway, but I think that I will get more use out of them if they're intact. Let's see. Unpleasant Dreams, and the red is, let's see, Macabre is the red one, which is right here. Like I said, at least I had the thought to keep the brands together. What did I say red was called? Jeez, I'm gonna stick my finger in there. Macabre is up here. Thankfully, these are magnetized, so it wasn't terrible to get these out. I mean, you can see I damaged the packaging just a little bit using like a scalpel, I think is what I was using. The black is also out of here, and that is Unpleasant Dreams, which is right here. Okay, and then there's a blue and a purple. Beatitude is the purple, or the blue, excuse me. The blue crumbled a little bit, but it did it in here. Like I opened this one day and there was like a chunk had just fallen out. So, don't know. It just started coming apart. And then Aunt Morgana is a purple. And I'm not sure which purple that is. I think it's one of these two. I think it's that one. So I think we'll go with that one for now. I don't, like I said, I think these two are something else. Are these pans the same size? Like, I'm looking at this because this purple's kind of pretty too. Are these pans the same size? I feel like that could be the purple too. Oh, yeah, that's Sydney Grace. It actually has a sticker on it, so that is not it. So I'm gonna say I think it's that one. Okay, Sydney Grace puts labels on hers. Thankfully, yeah, a lot of these are old Makeup Geek. Sydney Grace, like I said, I've got a couple of Odin's Eye towards the bottom, but okay, so we got one. I can always plunk that out if I need to. I think that's pretty close. It's hard to tell. There's a lot of light colors going on here. Okay, let's do... This is the Supernatural palette. Is that what this is called? Yeah. So we've got a lot of mauve. A lot of mauve. Okay. Let's see here. The light color... Oh, kill me now. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is a shade. I think this is a shade. Oh God. I think, I don't know. I don't think that's a shade. I think this one is a shade. And I think, how many is there? 5? I think that's one. And this one, I think, like, there was a lot of similar tones happening in here. So we're just going to go, that fits, darkest to lightest. I'll put the shimmery one at the front. Okay. Okay. We're going to go with that for the Supernatural palette. Okay, moving right along. If it's not exact, it's okay. Oh God. Okay, so let's see. There's Nefarious, which I think is this. I think it's this shade. I think that's one. Oh dear God. Okay, I think the silver is one. So that looks like Nefarious. And then the light one is Untarnished. Okay. And then we've got kind of a pinky color and an Astrovamp and Necromancer. I think this is the Astrovamp shade. Again, when you have the thought to write the shade names on them, just write the shade names on them. Good grief almighty. Okay, and Velvet Moon, I think, is this one. Doesn't even look like there's anything in that. Okay. Okay, and then Necromancer, I think, is this color. We're gonna go with this one. If I can, oh good grief. If I can pop it out without breaking it. This black one that's in here, I don't know. There's no black in there. I think that's close. Okay, so now we just have this. Okay, and then this is magnetic, so it completely comes apart. What is this called? Take My Heart. Okay, so we have White Noise, which I believe is this shade. This is kind of a duochrome light color. Okay. We have that. And then Hearts Go Splat, I think is that. And then there was like a beigey color, no X's, I think is this color. This like flesh toned. And then we had Dear Teddy. I think this is My Bloody Valentine. What does Dear Teddy look like? Is this the same size? I wonder if this color came out of palette. What do I have in here? This kind of looks like the shade. That's supposed to go in here. And then is this the same size? I'm gonna put that weird sparkly shade I'm gonna put in here. So this is what this looks like, and this was a pretty dark palette. And what are you? Are you? I don't know where this white one and this orange one. Oh goodness. Okay. I know this orange one is a Lunatic cosmetic. Is this stuck? It feels like it's stuck in here. Goodness. Well, that's not moving. Okay. I'll just leave that alone. Okay. So this white one could have gone in either, but I'm pretty sure that this is what this looked like. This was a pretty dark palette with these two light shade. Like this is a silver and this is some sort of, was it like a duochrome kind of, with like a purple undertone kind of a color. I'm pretty sure that was in there. So we're gonna leave this like that with these two black shades. Because I feel like this is the color that was in here. It looks like that. Like these are all pretty light. So I'm gonna say I think that's what that looked like. It's close enough. The only person that's not gonna know it's exact is me. And again, we're pretty dark on the back here. I know this sequin shade did not come out of here. So this looks like that's right. And then I'm pretty sure the black that was in here was matte. Most of these were matte shades because Elvira does not wear much shimmer. Like the purple in here is like a satin, but these are all like, this was a matte palette. So I think we're correct. So got those all put back together, and I actually have some room in here that I could put some other things. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Hopefully that wasn't too boring. I'm happy that these are back in their home. These are ones that I'm not really gonna use per se. They're getting old. Again, you can't get a lot of them. I think they're just gonna go in my drawer down here of stuff that I keep, but I'm not necessarily using. Just because they're not getting used in here, but it's one of those things I may, like I've had the urge to take a couple of these out and use them periodically, so I may put them back in my other drawer, but I'm happy that they're back in their packaging. And I'm gonna try and pop this orange shade out. I think it's stuck to the bottom. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and hopefully I will see you in another video. Bye everybody.